Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the talent and the topics that are important to you, the sports fan in the state of Florida. Welcome to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. I happen to be Bianchi, Mike Bianchi, sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. He happens to be Kravitz, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports talk media. That man way over there across the glass, that is primetime Jaden Grimes, the prodigy of production. We are coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeartRadio app. It's an Overreaction Monday. It's a Champs and Chumps Monday. We want to hear from you throughout the show. You can enter that rage cage on the iHeartRadio app. Just hit that talkback microphone and you can rage away with your overreactions, your champs and chumps, whatever you want to rage about. You can also hit us up on the Mills Air text line. That's 50857. Gravy Crabs, you ready to rage?
Of course. Today is a rage-filled day.
I'm going to rage about your magic later.
A lot to be upset and frustrated about. And then, of course, with all of the things that didn't go right this weekend, the Miami Dolphins beat the Atlanta Falcons. So it just blew them out. But it's Sports Equinox Day, Mike. Today is the day. NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, and your favorite, Mike, the NHL. Early regular season NHL going on tonight. Going to be hard for you to turn that dial away from the Edmonton Oilers tonight.
And we have MLS playoffs tonight too, I believe. So yeah. We have
Where's Orlando City at?
Well, I know where Louis Muzi is. He's no longer employed by Orlando.
Unemployment line. Just found out an hour ago. Luis Muzi, the general manager, no longer with Orlando City.
Yeah, do we know if that's his decision or?
It just said we wish him the best in his endeavors.
Didn't say what
it said departure. It didn't say we departed him.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I always liked Louis Muzi. Hopefully we will meet again someday.
Perhaps.
He's a University of Florida grad.
I did not know that. But yeah, he's always been a pleasure to deal with.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to the highlights and the headlines. Let's start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the keys to their 23-3 victory over the New Orleans Saints. The Bucs keys to the game brought to you by Don Mealy Chevrolet. What about Anthony Nelson? Tampa Bay's edge rusher had an interception for a touchdown to go with a forced fumble and 2 sacks as the Bucs take down the Aints 23-3. Give me a little Tony Nelson.
To the 10-yard line. Second down, a long one. They move right. Shotgun look, hand the ball. Play action, fake Rattler throws the pass upfield. It is batted down.
Intercepted.
Picked off for the touchdown for the Buccaneers.
It's Anthony Nelson. So Anthony Nelson
with a forced fumble and a pick six.
The legendary Gene Deckerhoff on the call. He missed them both there.
His color guy was trying to help him out. It's an interception, Gene. Pull it together,
Plus,
man.
He missed the handoff, too. Do it again.
To the 10-yard line. Second down, a long one. They move right. Shotgun look, hand the ball. Play action, fake Rattler throws the pass upfield. It is batted down.
Intercepted.
Picked off for the touchdown for the Buccaneers.
It's Anthony Nelson. So Anthony Nelson
with a forced fumble and a pick six.
Love me some Gene Deckerhoff, but Gina.
He's
getting near that.
He's losing his fastball.
Getting near that time.
Gene. He's a legend, though. Can't say anything bad about Gene. You know, I think when older broadcasters get to the point where they're just not as good as they used to be, there's a charm to their mistakes. It's not like if I screw up, it's like, this loser. When Gene does it, it's kind of charming.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I love Gene.
It was like when Paul Porter used to mispronounce names. People go, oh, Paul.
Paul wishes he was still there mispronouncing names, okay?
Well, listen. By the way, I think the new guy's doing really good.
Yeah, sounds like a young Paul Porter. All right, here's Baker Mayfield talking about that defensive effort.
It'd be nice if we matched their energy and their play, but watching that's unbelievable. That's lights out defense. The only reason they got points was because of the turnover right before the half, and they were damn near in field goal range. So, I mean, they played a shutout ball game in my eyes, and everybody flying around making plays, and Nelly had obviously a hell of a game.
Anthony Nelson, by the way, I didn't even mention Antoine Winfield recovered a fumble, intercepted a pass as well. The Bucs forced 4 turnovers. Baker Mayfield, though, as you could tell, not happy with the offense. He only threw for 152 yards. The Bucs converted just 3 of 13 third downs to go. Also had a failed 4th and 1 conversion as well. Here's my overreaction. The Buccaneers have the Patriots, Bills, and Rams coming up off the bye. They are 6-2 now, but they better be worried because they aren't playing well enough to withstand the upcoming schedule.
Wow. Yeah, I've said that before about Tampa. Every time I doubt this team, I'm proven wrong. I was on the Saints this weekend, and the Bucs defense shows up. We haven't even really given them much love this season. That's called complementary football. Sometimes your offense isn't there, your defense needs to show up, and vice versa. They have 2 units now that can win you a game. And I think they'll beat one of those teams to get themselves to 7 wins. The early, going into the second half of the season, I think it's a good place to be. I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm done worrying about the Bucs.
It's always good to be in the NFC South. Okay.
When you said keys to the game, I thought you were going to say Spencer Rattler played quarterback for the Saints. Moving on, next game. God, he was terrible.
Oh,
and then
man.
Tyler Shuck came in. How bad? I know Jackson Dart has been decent. How bad is this quarterback class? Cam Ward can't play. Tyler Shuck was awful. Shador Sanders they don't even want him to be the backup.
And Dylan Gabriel, he hasn't looked all that good either.
Right.
So, yeah.
Bad class.
Yeah. But you know what? Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. Tua Tagovailoa completes 20 of 26 passes, 4 touchdown passes. The Dolphins in their 3-game losing streak, they dominate the Atlanta Falcons 34-10 yesterday. Here's Tua at his best.
No timeouts up for Miami. 18 seconds remaining. Tua, shotgun, back to throw, looking right, rush to his left, throw it away. No, he's got a receiver. He got it in front. He gets into the end zone for a touchdown. What a play by Malik Washington. And what a throw by Tua.
And another missed call by the
guys. What are we doing?
The Dolphins outgained the Falcons 338 to 213. Tua threw 3 interceptions in each of his last 2 games. He was added to the injury report yesterday because he woke up with his eyes swollen shut.
It still was when he was out there warming up for the game.
Yeah.
I thought for sure he was going to have 7 picks once I saw his face.
Yeah, they put the visor on his helmet to further protect his eyes, and he plays lights out. Have the Dolphins turned the corner?
No, but they haven't quit on Mike McDaniel, and that was my point going into this game. Why I thought the Dolphins should not fire their coach, because unless your team quits on the coach, there's no point in the NFL of firing your coach in the middle of the season, even if you're having a terrible year. And the team played hard. Not only was Tua great, but the run defense, where the hell has this been?
I know.
All of a sudden you go up against Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, and you turn into the 85 Bears. They held Bijan to 25 yards rushing, 45 as a team. That was the thing that I thought was the most impressive. But Tua, on time, in rhythm, is a decent quarterback. This is why I called him a star at the beginning of the season. He makes way too many mistakes, but when Tua is playing mistake-free football and then he gets help from the defense, it was a sign of what this team should have been. I feel like it's kind of too far gone now, even though they have the same amount of wins as the Baltimore Ravens, who are now favored to win their division.
Here's an overreaction. This was a fluke. This was the infamous death twitch right before you die. That's what this was.
I don't think so.
Yes, it was.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think the Dolphins are going to do this a few times. I don't think this is who they are week in and week out. They're going to be really inconsistent, but I think they're capable of this. I don't think this was a fluke. I think this is at their best. I think this is what they are. The problem is that they're not able to find their best as often as they need to. But I don't think this is the last time we see the Dolphins pull out a win like this.
Okay. The game, whoever ever thought the game of the day yesterday would be the Jets and the Bungles with this play at the end of the game.
Flacco looks over the middle, throws low, and it's incomplete. And out of the hands of Yosibas. The Jets are going to win it.
I thought we were going to do the touchdown pass from Breece Hall. Yeah. Did you see that play?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, if Justin Fields isn't working out, maybe they could turn to Breece Hall as their new quarterback. What a great game by Hall. Horrible defense by the Cincinnati Bengals. They give up 23 points in the fourth quarter. I know people have talked about Aaron Glenn getting the axe early in the season. What about Zach Taylor? You just lost to the winless Jets, up 31-16 going into the fourth quarter. That's malpractice. He should be fired.
But that Breece Hall pass, like it was a halfback pass. It wasn't open at first. He pump fakes.
Yeah.
He pump fakes, then hits the touchdown pass to the rookie tight end on National Tight End Day.
I watched so much basketball over the weekend too that when he did that, I thought, oh no, he traveled. It's like you tried to take the shot and then landed on his feet. You go, okay, no, in football you can do that.
It was an unbelievable play. Plus, did you see that Aaron Glenn, the coach of the Jets, they score late in the game, all right, to pull within 8, all right? Instead of kicking the extra point, he goes for 2 to get within 6, and everybody's going, why don't you just kick the extra point and get within 7? But he goes for 2, and it ended up working out.
Isn't that crazy? And the Jets were 6.5 point underdogs. Almost like old coach knew, if I'm not going to win, I got to make sure I cover. I get these bulls off my back in New Jersey and New York.
And that is your highlights and headlines.
Oh, when I saw that, he got a fan in me. Let me tell you that. That is all coming from Detroit. That's that sort of aggressive coaching mentality. Up next, our daily source of motivation and inspiration, plus more headlines of buyout in the Bayou. We'll get to that next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Now, it's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. That's GRAND. Enter it now online at 969thegame.com.
Was out shopping over the weekend, saw all the holiday decorations already up at the stores, which got me to thinking, what better gift for you and your family this holiday season than the peace of mind of a tailored investment portfolio? Call my good friends at Trajan Wealth today for your complimentary consultation. When I met with Trajan Wealth, I got straight talk, not a sales pitch. They reviewed my plan, explained my options, and helped me move over an old 401k I'd been ignoring. Now I've got a clear strategy that's built around my goals. Their fiduciaries are loyal to you, not to selling a product. And founder Jeff Jr. is a Marine veteran who runs Trajan Wealth with that same Semper Fi code. Always faithful to protecting and growing your financial future. This holiday, give yourself and your family the gift of peace of mind. Call Trajan Wealth today, 407-204-0300, and tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule that free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
I'm a beer fanatic, so I don't settle for anything less than the best. And the folks at Hourglass Brewing deliver quality, consistency, everything I'm looking for in a good beer. With that neighborhood charm at their 2 Orlando locations, Hourglass Brewing is a first-class brewery from the same one that cranks out Zoneheads 35 once per year. But it's more than that. They crank out the hits on the daily. 25-plus Hourglass beers on tap every single day. Stop by for happy hour. $3 I4 iSource citrus lagers from 4 to 6 p.m. all day on Mondays. They even have wines, seltzers, ciders, something for everybody. Cozy up to the bar, get to know their friendly staff. Hourglass is a welcoming watering hole for the entire Orlando community, and they have a location right near downtown Orlando as well, on top of the one right around the corner from me in Longwood. This isn't mass-produced. This is craft. Fresh ingredients, local pride, and a taste that you can actually savor. So next time you need to unwind, skip the ordinary and raise a glass to the extraordinary. Raise a glass to Hourglass Brewing.
overturned vehicle blocking multiple lanes on 408 eastbound at Good Homes Road. The left lane's only getting by. There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from the Greenway southbound at Florida's Turnpike. No surprises on I-4 affecting your drive. Keep in mind, local roadways might be still getting affected from flooding from last night, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks, handcrafted with their signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
QVC. Shopping that surprises and delights. Today only, QVC is partnered with iHeartRadio for today's special value. Feel like we're always looking for a good jean, right, ladies? The Not Your Daughter's Jeans Sure Stretch High-Rise Barbara Bootcut Jeans. The lowest price you're going to find on these and perfect for this time of year. Shop this deal right now at QVC.com/TSV. An iHeartRadio and QVC exclusive offer. That's QVC.com/TSV.
With football season in full swing, the World Series, and basketball season tipping off, there's no better place to get in on the action than BetOnline, your number one source for all things sports. BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to BetOnline today because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Straight Talk knows the best holiday gift is simply saying yes.
Yes, you can stay up late. Sure, more cookies. Of course we can watch that movie again.
That's why we give you real unlimited data, so you can say yes to all of your family's streaming, scrolling, and sharing. And now at Straight Talk, get another gift worth giving, a free 5G phone with select plans. Because yes is the best gift to give and receive. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon, with big bank reliability and small bank resolve. You get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/getitall.
It's Macy's Friends and Family, the best time to kickstart your holiday shopping with big savings on our best brands like DKNY, Hugo Boss, Karl Lagerfeld Paris, and more at 30% off. Plus, take 15% off Valentino, Gucci, and more top beauty brands. Or Star Rewards members can earn $20 in Star Money for every $100 spent on eligible brands. Going on now, only at Macy's Friends and Family. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Don't be scared. Halloween's creeping up. The free iHeartRadio app has irresistible stations like Halloween Radio. Always screaming. I mean, streaming commercial free. Plus Trick or Treat Radio just for your little monsters. Trick or treat. And of course, curated Halloween playlists perfect for your Halloween party. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
This is the beat of sports.
Here's the problem now that Florida's got, and you can say it's been the problem for a couple of years. It's hard to think that it gets better. Like, hey, it looks like it may be another year where the record is X, but, and it gets harder to hear Billy Napier after the football game, who knows the questions that are coming, who has no choice but to give the answers that he gave about I see progress and DJ this, and it doesn't resonate. 4-8 is very possible for Florida. And I don't think you can sell that to your fan base and your money donors. And that quarterback, I think, left that field on Saturday wondering, where will I be playing football next year? Because I'm not quite sure it's going to be here. There is going to be enough interest of people in college football that will think, when healthy, he's really good, and imagine him in our system.
The beat of sports with Mark Daniels. Weekday mornings following the bridge at 9:30 on FM 96.9 The Game, Orlando's sports leader.
All right, guys, let's get real. You know that feeling when your body just doesn't respond the way it used to, whether it's at the gym, on the golf course, or in the bedroom? You feel like you've lost a step. That's why I want to tell you about shockwave therapy at Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. This isn't some magic pill or gimmick. It's advanced acoustic energy that increases blood flow, repairs tissue, and restores function naturally. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. It's used by pro athletes to heal faster and perform stronger. And now it's helping guys like us feel younger again in the gym and in the bedroom. And ladies, it's not just for men. Women are seeing amazing results too. Better comfort, sensitivity, and overall confidence. So if pain or performance issues are slowing you down, it's time to get back in the game with the team that gets it right. Visit hormonesandwellness.com. That's hormonesandwellness.com and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sings.
The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. To Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Long rebound batted around and grabbed by Jalen. It's 2-on-1. Suggs leaves it for Powell. He throws it down two ends. It's 105-103 with 126 to play. Magic back within 2, turning D into O here in the fourth quarter there.
That's why the Magic need Jalen Suggs back out on the court, and I think he's going to play tonight. Our game day coverage powered by IBEW Local 606, proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. We've got pregame coverage hosted by yours truly starting at 6:30 p.m. live from the seat I am sitting in right now. Jake Chapman out in Philadelphia, and we have equipped our studio to be the new Magic Radio studio. So excited to not go anywhere tonight and just sit here. It is time now for our daily coach quote of the day.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation, and today's is from Tim Grover, famous trainer to the basketball stars Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. Winning requires you to be different, and different scares people. You're either interested or you're obsessed. Interest is a hobby. Obsession lives in the small details that no one else pays attention to. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah, the great ones go the extra mile. I've told you the Kobe story when he was vacationing in Orlando that time, and he would drive 45 minutes to the old RDV Sportsplex just so he could get his workout in before his kids got up. He was out at Disney for a Disney vacation. That's what the great ones do. They work on their craft obsessively. So
it doesn't always make them the best people, and I think that can be that's one of the tough parts about reading a quote like that and really taking it to heart and understanding what people like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant or Tom Brady, what those GOATs were able to accomplish, is that it does make you different. It makes you kind of scary different because other people around you, even close to you in your life, they can't relate to you. And it doesn't necessarily make you the best person. So you kind of have to pick. Do you want to be a good person overall, or do you want to be insanely good at your craft? Because I think sometimes you can't have both. You have to pick one. You can be good, but I'm talking about all-time great. You have to pick. You have to decide.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, would we say Michael Jordan is like the world's greatest dad, or Tom Brady?
Probably. I don't know. Probably not. I mean, you could say that about, you could say that about a lot of people who work hard at their jobs, because if you work hard at your job, you're going to have to not spend as much time with your family. I don't think that makes you a bad person. I just think,
I didn't say bad.
Yeah,
I didn't say these are bad people.
But a normal everyday schlub like us, okay? We work hard at our job. Yeah, because we want to be good at our job. But we also work hard at our job because we want to be able to provide more for our families,
sure.
Which makes you a good person, I think.
And that's where the balance comes in. But I think if it, like but just speaking about myself, if I wanted to be the greatest radio host that ever existed, I would have to tilt the scale so far in the direction of this job always comes first. And that's not the case. I'm not willing to go that far.
Right.
But those individuals do. And so it's always interesting when I read quotes like that. But we have college football highlights to get to. Hit it. Right? We're doing that? Yes.
College football highlights?
Isn't that what we're doing?
Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and do some college football highlights. Let's go ahead. You talking about the intro?
Yeah, the highlights and the headlines that we do on Monday.
Yeah.
NFL.
Yeah, we only
college.
Yeah, but it didn't say that in the.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, this is the balance. I was just chose to spend 5 more minutes with my family, and I forgot to update the rundown today.
We thought
that's why everybody's looking at me weird right now.
Yeah, there was one. We only had one game in the state, the Miami Hurricanes playing Stanford. So,
can we talk about that for a second? By the way, because
what
was that?
I'll tell you what.
I was going to plant a tree in my yard had Stanford covered the spread, and I made the mistake of not actually
Did
getting
you see
anything.
the score of that game early? It was like 7-7 for the longest time.
Did we see the score, Bianchi? Yes, we saw the score.
Jaden and I were at the Kia Center at the Magic game, and that I just had the box score up on my computer the whole time, and I'm like flicking my screen, thinking that my computer's broken. Where's Miami? Do something! Like the guy with the stick. Do something. And then they poured it on at the end. Thankfully, they
covered too, 42-7. That was a 30.5-point spread.
Yeah,
right?
and I don't even think that they needed to. They didn't need to score at the end, but they just kind of did anyway. They punched it in when they probably could have just ran the clock out.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. Thank you, Miami. Now I will not be putting a tree in my yard named Mike Bianchi.
I think we needed to score, though. We haven't put the foot on the gas at all in the fourth quarter. That was making a statement to score with the last little bit.
That's right.
How did we do on the picks this week?
I have the records right here. Give me 1 second. You went 3-3. I went 2-4 again.
What?
I just keep going 2-4 every week. It's ridiculous.
So I beat you again. I thought I'd lost this week.
I'm having a bad season.
Wow.
Bad. My locks went 3-2, so at least I had a winning locks weekend. But yeah, I can't get out from under. And you didn't even have a good picks week. And I did at least win our head-to-head bet, so that was nice.
Speaking of gambling and betting,
kind of took over the weekend a little bit.
No, did you see like the Ravens?
It was just me.
Did you see the Ravens? Obviously, Lamar Jackson didn't play, so the line shot way down. It was 6.5. I think it went down to like 1.5 or something to that effect. And the Ravens got in trouble. The league is investigating. The NFL is investigating the Ravens because of their injury report.
And this is what I was saying about comparing the NFL to the NBA. What the Ravens did is done in the NBA every day, every single day. This sort of nebulous injury reporting, last minute it changes.
Right.
And that happened. He was announced. Well, it's not like it happened on Sunday morning. They announced him as out on Friday.
Right.
And the NFL is so strict about this stuff. They're still going to end up. They're probably going to fine the Ravens for this because they went back and changed his injury status from earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. And good. I mean,
you know what you can't do?
They understand how important betting is to their product.
Right. Yeah. They put him as
they put him as a full participant earlier in the week.
Even though he was only running the practice squad, and you can't. If you're a full participant, you have to be a participant at your normal starting role. Yeah. So good for the NFL.
They're definitely gonna get flagged for that. Coming up next, it appears as though Lane Kiffin could be staying put. Who's next on the list? Do the Gators still have a shot at him? We'll check in with Edgar Thompson next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
What have I told you about AC companies? I've told you want to find an AC company you can trust, just like a car mechanic you can trust. Because in my opinion, your AC in Florida is just as important as your car. Because when your AC goes out, man, you are in hot trouble. I told you what happened to me on Labor Day weekend, right? AC went down, thought my weekend was ruined. Gave Ziegler Air Conditioning a call, and boom, they had a tech at my doorstep within an hour and a half. It was unbelievable. My AC was up and running in a couple hours. My weekend was saved. That's why I trust Ziegler Air Conditioning. They're a carrier and a factory authorized dealer, which means they can get their customers even better rebates and better deals. And unlike other companies, Ziegler's techs do not get paid commissions. They don't play that game. Their job is to fix the problem, not sell you stuff you don't need. And when you call, a friendly voice is going to answer the phone. Her name is Meredith. She's not an answering machine. She's a real human being. And that's another thing about Ziegler Air Conditioning. Real people, honest service, and 40 years of keeping Central Florida cool. So the next time the heat is on, don't sweat it. Call Ziegler Air Conditioning at 407-245-8765. That's 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
Betting exchanges have become the new craze in sports betting, and there is no one on the internet that does it better than BettorEdge. So transparent, so honest, so user-friendly. BettorEdge gives you that little extra advantage that you need. I've said it many times. I've bet on sports for a while. I did not start making money consistently until I started using BettorEdge. I also share competitions every Friday that we can dive into together as well. My Beat Brandon Challenge. Sign up for the first time, get $20 on the house. Just use the promo code BeatBrandon when you sign up at BettorEdge.com or on the BettorEdge app.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
QVC, shopping that surprises and delights. Today only, QVC is partnered with iHeartRadio for today's special value. Feel like we're always looking for a good jean, right, ladies? The Not Your Daughter's Jeans Sure Stretch High-Rise Barber Bootcut Jeans. The lowest price you're going to find on these and perfect for this time of year. Shop this deal right now at QVC.com/TSV. An iHeartRadio and QVC exclusive offer. That's QVC.com/TSV.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
The weather's getting nicer and it's time to head out to Victoria Hills. Challenge yourself on a Ron Gall design that's unique to Florida's landscape. And now you can get a $70 gift certificate for just $35 at CentralFloridaSaves.com. That's good for you and a friend at most tee times at Victoria Hills Golf Course in D-Land. To get this $70 gift certificate for $35 and all the deal details, head on over to CentralFloridaSaves.com at CentralFloridaSaves.com.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
At the rodeo, you got 8 seconds to see who's who. Now, AT&T, this ain't our first rodeo. We can spot a hustle from clear across the arena. Take T-Mobile. They talk a big game about price locks, then get smacked for deceptive ads. AT&T's been steady in the saddle since 1876. When you compare, there's no comparison.
Based on RootMetrics United States Roots Report 1H 2025. Tested with best commercially available smartphones on 3 national mobile networks across all available network types. Your experiences may vary. RootMetrics rankings are not an endorsement of AT&T. Based on advertising challenges of wireless and home internet providers filed from 2022 to 2025.
Greatness is here. All 830 of our famous footwear stores now carry Jordan brand. So it's easy to score Jordan brand footwear and accessories, from hats to backpacks to socks, for the full family at a store near you. Famous Footwear's in-store fit experts will help you find the perfect style and the perfect fit. Because every day is a chance to make it famous. Come in and shop Jordan brand footwear and accessories at your local Famous Footwear store today.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we are going to see the return of some scattered downpours along with the risk of a thunderstorm or two. These will mostly be taking place as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. That will be associated with a cold front that pushes through overnight. That will help temperatures to dip back down into the low 80s with fewer chances of rain as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday before another cold front arrives just in time for the end of the week, setting temperatures back down into the 70s for highs. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Let's hit the local beat and see what's happening with the teams that call the state of Florida home. Sending you back to the studio. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
The old Gator fight song. Nobody covers the Gators like my colleague at the Orlando Sentinel, Edgar Thompson. Check out all of his writings on the Gators at orlandosentinel.com. Also, check out his podcast that he and Mark Long of the Associated Press. They do a podcast every week talking all things Gators. That also is at orlandosentinel.com. Edgar, we appreciate you joining us. There's another coaching opening now in the SEC, another buyout. Brian Kelly gets fired, $54 million buyout. Now Lane Kiffin is at the top of their list, too, I'm sure. I said this last week. I'll say it again. It's going to cost $15 million a year to hire Lane Kiffin. Who's willing to come up with that, Edgar? Are the Gators?
Well, if anyone's willing to pay $54 million to fire a guy, I think they're probably willing to pay $15 million to hire a guy. I mean, it's funny money at this point. It's So I'm listening to a podcast this morning, right? Ross Dellinger, Yahoo Sports, covered LSU for a long time. And he's talking about how the library, like the roof's leaking and it's just dilapidated basically. And across the street is Tiger Stadium, it's pristine Tiger Stadium with the $54 million coach, packing his things up to leave. I mean, it's just a crazy world, man.
Yeah. So seriously though, there are some people who think LSU is a better job than Florida. Where does Florida rank in these coaching openings? Penn State, LSU, Florida. I guess those are the top three.
Yeah, those are three blue blood championship programs. The last three coaches prior to Brian Kelly, Ed Orgeron, who was kind of walked into that a little bit. But I mean, he did make the Joe Brady hire and got Joe Burrow. So I shouldn't just say walked into it, but he recruited his way into it. Les Miles and Nick Saban, they all won national titles. When's the last coach who won one here? That's about 4 or 5 ago here. So LSU has a stadium that doesn't need a complete overhaul. It's the number one show in that state and then some, whereas Florida is got a lot of, competition in the Florida borders. I mean, look, I'm not putting down Florida. I'm saying LSU is a, top of the heap kind of job. And, but it also comes with, meetings in the governor's mansion about like the coaching situation if it's not going well, which probably doesn't reach that level here. So, yeah, they're both high pressure packed jobs with a lot of following interest, and we're going to have they're going to have a battle for the guy they want, right? I mean,
no question.
It's going to be Lane Kiffin, but LSU, I was reading somewhere, is going to want to go a little bit younger. So who knows? Maybe it's John Sumrall or something like that. I'm just not sure.
Talking to Edgar Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel, is there anything Billy Gonzalez, the interim coach, can do in order to be considered for this job?
No. Well, there isn't. I mean, he doesn't have any head coaching experience,
right.
And you're not going to hand a guy, even if they ran the table, can you really hire Billy Gonzalez? No, I mean, you just can't. You got. That's not going to excite fans in the donor base. No, I'm sure he's going to. If they were to win all 5 games, he'd probably earn a spot on the next staff, which I think he kind of would like to do. He's even stated publicly he would like to do that.
I don't disagree with you. I needed fuel for when Bianchi asks me that question later on in the week. How, as far as the opponent this coming weekend, how good do you think Georgia is this year? The SEC has been such a hard read this season. Do you think they are a dominant force, and will the Gators put up a fight on Saturday?
Yeah, I think Georgia's shown a vulnerability. I mean, the Bulldogs have trailed 4 of 5 SEC games going into the second half. Now they've closed out all but the Alabama game. But, Kirby Smart has really shown a knack for winning. We know he's a winner. But this year, my Lord, they could have lost to Georgia. I mean, lost to Auburn. They did lose to Alabama. Could have lost to Ole Miss. Pulled those games out. So, this is going to be a 4-quarter game for the Gators. And we'll see. That's where the buy-in and the belief and all of that are going to be. And if things start going the wrong way and you're already still despondent over losing your coach, because there are players that are upset Billy Napier is no longer the coach. Trace Mack even talked about it today. I mean, this is an upsetting move for a lot of guys. I think there was frustration among the team, the way the football was going and the play calling at times and stuff. We even saw that clip of DJ Lagway on the sideline at Texas A&M, highly frustrated, clearly. And but I think these people really respected Billy, and it's, you are kind of on your back foot a little bit. So let's see how they respond. They made the tweaks that we discussed. You know, you got Steve Spurrier Jr. now coming onto the sideline, which could enliven things a little bit, at least for the media a little bit. But you got a new play caller, and they're scheming up some things, spreading it out a little bit more, and we'll see if it works. I mean, I'm not picking Florida to win this football game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give Georgia a game.
Edgar, before we let you go, there was some sort. I keep reading about some report up there that Lane Kiffin has had to respond to, that Florida's already offered him like a $13 million a year job. Is there anything to that, or are these just rumors up there?
I mean, the internet, man. That's all I got to say. Between Twitter and the internet, I mean, it's out of control, man. All I'll say to listeners: subscribe to the Orlando Sentinel. We're giving you deals very often, and if you want to know, like, really what's going on, you can read the Sentinel and find out, because there aren't a whole lot of places. I mean, whether it's message boards, Twitter, the people that wrote this. I mean, I don't even want to get into who wrote it. It's like, go look it up. It's like, you know, it's absurdity. And I think Lane Kiffin, I mean, last week was reported to have been at the facilities on Wednesday. You know, no, he's not preparing to go to Oklahoma and face Brett Venables, one of the great defensive minds in the game. He's touring the facilities. It's just I see someone at the gym the other night. They're like, yeah, I heard Marcus Freeman turned us down. I say, well, you're hearing wrong. It's like, it's still October. These teams are all in the playoff hunt. They're focused on trying to, you know how maniacal these guys are. They're not looking at like jobs in October, you know, when they have a team that can win a national championship. So it's going to take time. People are going to have to be patient, and it's going to unfold. Not saying there not some back channeling going on to gauge interest and discuss, you know, potential money figures. That's probably going on at some level. But, you know, this process is in the infantile stages right now.
Check out all of Edgar's coverage at OrlandoSentinel.com. Thank you, Edgar.
Thanks, guys.
You better go check it out. Otherwise, Edgar's coming for you.
Edgar's annoyed with these. There's some of these fan website reports are out of control.
Oh yeah, and all the fake news that's out there. Not to sound like political figures, but my mother-in-law will text my wife once a week that Taylor Swift is pregnant. And she's not. It's just the stuff's out there. Up next, your texts, your talkbacks, plus the buyout. Our perspective on that next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
The biggest and final store-wide sale of the year is coming to International Diamond Center. It is November 14th, 15th, and 16th. 3 days of unprecedented savings, up to 40% off IDC's already legendary value prices. Eternity bands, hoop earrings, stud earrings, pendants, bracelets, even ready-to-wear engagement rings. You save up to 40% or get 3 years zero-interest financing. How good is that? This is the IDC event people wait for all year. Shop early for the holidays or get ready for that fall proposal with the ring of her dreams. ID is stocked with the latest collections from the top jewelry designers. New diamonds have arrived straight from the cutters, and there's a whole new selection of luxury pre-owned Rolexes. Man, don't miss this incredible 3-day, $50 million sale. For this event, IDC staff knows they can break all the rules. It's the biggest and final store-wide event of 2025, November 14th, 15th, and 16th. Put it on your calendar exclusively at International Diamond Center.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida, and he joins me now to chat about the latest in real estate. How do you help buyers and sellers compete and win in this market?
Very similar ways for both. I consider us to be in a buyer's market right now where prices are slowly sliding back to reality. And so I tell buyers, instead of coming in with like a super low offer to try and lowball a seller, let's give them what they're asking for, but let's ask for some concessions back. And we can use that money to buy down your rate, save, $150, $200 a month on your mortgage. And it's the same on the seller side. I tell them we have to price things appropriately. I'll tell you what to repair, what not to repair, but then I also set the expectation of we are in a buyer's market. So buyers are going to be asking for some of that money back to help them buy down the rate. As long as those expectations are set from the start, I think it's pretty easy to succeed in today's market.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. Trust Kevin Krager to guide you right along. Search him by name on Facebook or call him 407-702-4635.
There's a crash getting cleared up on 408 eastbound at Good Homes Road. The left lane's only getting by. The ramp is blocked from the Greenway southbound at Florida's Turnpike. Flooding still affecting some local roadways in Mount Dora and other spots around the area, so keep that in mind on your ride this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Upgrade your laundry routine with a durable and reliable Maytag laundry pair at Lowe's, like the new Maytag washer and dryer with performance-enhanced stain-fighting power. Shop Maytag in-store or online today at Lowes.com.
With football season in full swing, the World Series, and basketball season tipping off, there's no better place to get in on the action than Bet Online, your number one source for all things sports. Bet Online gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to Bet Online today, because at Bet Online, the game starts here.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
The weather is getting nicer and it's time to head out to Victoria Hills. Challenge yourself on a Ron Gall design that's unique to Florida's landscape. And now you can get a $70 gift certificate for just $35 at CentralFloridaSaves.com. That's good for you and a friend at most tee times at Victoria Hills Golf Course in D-Land. To get this $70 gift certificate for $35 and all the deal details, head on over to CentralFloridaSaves.com. That's CentralFloridaSaves.com.
Straight Talk knows the best holiday gift is simply saying yes.
Yes, you can stay up late. Sure, more cookies. Of course we can watch that movie again.
That's why we give you real unlimited data, so you can say yes to all of your family's streaming, scrolling, and sharing. And now at Straight Talk, get another gift worth giving, a free 5G phone with select plans. Because yes is the best gift to give and receive. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Follow The Game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
You
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Trivia question today for the Hardy ticket. Song All My Rowdy Friends was remade to be the Monday Night Football song for a few seasons. In the actual song, what was the thing that Hank Williams got on his blue jeans at the beginning of the song? Mike, do you know the answer?
I got ketchup on my blue jeans. I just burned my hand. Lord, it's hard to be a back.
Welcome back to the show. Game on here on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 930 in Jacksonville, FM 96.5 The Spear in Tallahassee. You can win $1,000 just for listening to us. It's bonus bucks Monday through Friday, 9 to 10 p.m. Your next chance coming up at about 4:11 this afternoon. Well, the keyword for you head to the website and enter that bad boy in for your chance at $1,000. Who couldn't use $1,000 at a time like this in this economy?
Not kidding. Not kidding. Facts.
Yup. I just this past weekend learned what 6'7" means. Have you heard about this? This is the new young people craze.
6'7"?
I guess it showed up in some hip hop song. I can't help but sound like a boomer when I explain this, by the way.
I don't know what it means either. So
you don't?
No clue.
Okay. So it's like you kind of like move your hands like this, like it looks like you're saying so. Like if you said how's the food, and I kind of went like this with my hands. I'm trying to explain it for the radio audience. If yeah.
So you move your hands up and down and say 6'7"?
Yes.
6'7". What looks that between a 6 and a 7?
Yeah, I guess it I don't so from what I gather, and this is why young people, we've been young. It was a while ago, but we were young. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's just something that kids are doing, communicating nonsense to each other, and apparently really annoying their teachers. Also, this has become a big problem in the schools, the 6'7", because it's not, you would think, oh, hey, they're focused on math. That's not, I don't think that's what's happening here.
Working on their multiplication tables.
Yeah, just, what's
6 times 7?
42. How about that? A little quick math for you. By the way, we will be talking Brian Kelly and his exorbitant buyout. Not alone. There's a lot of wasted money out there in the college football world. We've got that as our top story of the day coming up in seconds. Continue to light us up on the text line at 50857, powered by Mills Air. Also, later in the show, UCF Houston tickets to give away, and I've got some boxing tickets for you as well. Continue to light us up, 50857. More Game On the way. We'll pause for a moment, let the talented folks of Fox Sports Radio get you all caught up with the latest in sports. We're back at it. Top story, 60 seconds away.
Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi Kravitz.
Broadcasting live in Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. Bianchi and Kravitz back at it on this fine Monday afternoon. Shout out to my go-to roofer, Eustace Roofing, keeping us safe from all this Florida weather. Also thinking about Jamaica this week and the hurricane they are about to get rocked with. Hopefully we get nothing like that over here, but 4.9 Google rating, over 1,000 satisfied customer reviews. You will not find a roofing company more suitable for your home. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Visit eustaceroofing.com. Things got quite spicy in the Bayou, my friends. LSU lost to Texas A&M. No harm in that. A&M's pretty good. Number 3 in the nation coming into Saturday, but they got blasted. 49-25, the final score. Brian Kelly continues to rub people the wrong way. Not exactly. I would think he's not the easiest person in the world to get along with.
No question.
As he continues to try to continue to build a winner in Baton Rouge. But, then the Zooms start happening, the meetings, the phone calls. Apparently the government of Louisiana gets involved.
The governor got involved, yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that all happened within the last 24 to 48 hours. Don't feel too bad for Brian Kelly, though, who was dismissed from his post. He'll be getting $53 million on his way out the door. It might seem pretty extreme, given that he's been really successful. He hadn't lost less than 9 games since taking over the job at LSU. They had 3 losses this year. All of their losses were to top 10 teams in college football. This is not a James Franklin situation where you're losing to the who's of the world in college. And but this is what LSU does. They fired Les Miles. He won a national championship. They fired Ed Orgeron. He won a national championship. And Brian Kelly didn't even make it that far. So I guess in the grand scheme of LSU football, this isn't that crazy.
I think Brian Kelly I think he worked LSU from the time he was at Notre Dame. I think he worked LSU because I think Brian Kelly, even when he was at Notre Dame, I think he was about ready to get out. I think he was about ready to get out. You hear these things. He was about ready to get out, and LSU comes to him with this boatload of money, all right, 10-year contract, what was it, $9 million a year, whatever it was. And I think Brian Kelly was like, you know what? I go there for 4 years. If it doesn't work, I get bought out, and I just sail off into the sunset with my $54 million buyout when he was considering retiring anyway. I think he worked LSU. I did.
In some ways, doesn't everyone who gets a contract like that, aren't they just working the person that gives them the money? Because when you have that much guaranteed money coming your way,
right,
how much pressure are you really facing to do the best job possible? Because if you're going to get it anyway, then what's the difference?
In fact, that brings up a good point. I think when coaches get these monster deals, I think the schools are actually making a mistake, not because, the buyouts, obviously they're making a huge mistake financially, but I think it takes, and you can talk all you want. Oh, these coaches are competitors. They want to win and win. Yeah, I'm sure they do. But when you have a 10-year deal and you know that if you fail, you're still going to get $50, $60 million, $75 million like Jimbo Fisher, don't you think that's sort of easy? We were talking about, the quote of the day today. You have to be obsessive sometimes to be the best of the best. Don't you think that $75 million or $50 million buyout, don't you think that takes some of the obsession away?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It would for me.
It would for me. I think of myself as I'm a competitive person. I want to be the best in whatever it is I'm doing because I like to beat the people that are trying to do the same thing that I do. I have personal pride in putting quality behind my work. But the other driving force behind me waking up in the morning and attempting to work hard and be good at what I do is that if I'm not, my family doesn't eat the same.
Right.
If I was
or
guaranteed
go on the same vacations
exactly.
or have the same house.
Yeah.
Right.
My wife's not just like, just swiping the card at Target. Like
Right.
those things are important to me. And if I knew that either way I was going to be good, yeah, some days, whatever.
Right.
You just phone it in. You're not going to, you either work hard or you don't. But when you're guaranteed money, there are days where you just say, screw it. And you let your foot off the gas a little bit. And the people that are on the climb, they're on the come up, are always going to be more hungry than you.
Right.
And you've got to be the 1%ers out there in order to overcome that, where money is great. We all appreciate it, but where that's not a driving factor for you. That's Nick Saban. That's those. I mean, it's just such a small list. How could this not impact the way that you go about your business, especially when you consider all of the pressures and a lot of the lack of joy that comes with coaching? I think it's different than the NBA, where those players are making a ton of money, all of it's guaranteed, but at the end of the day, they're dribbling around and shooting a basketball. They're having fun. Coaching, a lot of the time, not fun.
It's a grind.
It's just a non-enjoyable grind. And if you are guaranteed a wealthy, healthy life, even if you don't grind 100%, how could you not just ease up a little bit?
Right.
I'm sure that happens.
And Lane Kiffin, obviously, with the LSU job opening, the Penn State job, the Florida job, everybody says, hey, Florida. In fact, I wrote it the day Billy Napier started. Florida has to go get Lane Kiffin. They can't. Scott Strickland cannot screw up this one. He has to go get somebody who is going to be a success. And Lane Kiffin is probably about as close as you can get to that for a Florida. And he has all the charisma, all the offense. Well, guess what? LSU wants him too. In fact, here's Feinbaum talking about it.
There's no doubt Lane Kiffin will be at the top of the list, and I know that sounds familiar. He's at the top of the Florida list and probably anybody else's list, but that's who he is, Greeny. He's a charismatic coach. He's colorful, and he's also an offensive genius, as we saw Saturday in Norman when Ole Miss beat Oklahoma in a mild upset. So will Kiffin leave is the question. His team has just about already stamped a playoff bid. That will be the question as we get closer to the end of the season.
Will he leave? That is a great question. Ole Miss is going to pay him 12 or 13 or 14 or whatever he wants to stay, just like Indiana paid Kurt Signetti. These schools like LSU, they're delusional now. They're delusional. The last three coaches have won national championships at LSU. Yeah, under an old system. Under the old system. Do you know how many SEC teams are in the top 20, not the top 25 in the country this week? 8. There's 8 SEC teams in the top 20, including Vanderbilt, all right? Ed Orgeron didn't have to deal with that. Nick Saban didn't have to deal with that. Nick Saban didn't have to deal with Oklahoma and Texas being in the SEC. Lane Kiffin said it a few weeks ago. He says, these SEC fans who are used to being, these dynasties of undefeated seasons, 1-loss seasons, he goes, that's over. That's over.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like the NFL.
Right.
If you can create a couple of years of sustained success, like the Ravens, they'll get like one championship every 10 years,
right?
But they're just good all the time.
Right.
And John Harbaugh's job is never discussed.
Right.
Mike Tomlin. What if the Steelers?
He hasn't won a playoff game in how long?
They've just been solid for a long time, and it's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we will eventually get to the point where fans understand that in college, that that's the way it's going to operate when the Vandies of the world are a factor, and now you have all those new teams. But we're not there yet.
No,
not there yet. The fact that Brian Kelly, how much, if you had to lay a percentage on it, how much of him getting fired was based on his demeanor, his approach? And I can only imagine how much of a headache this guy was to deal with behind the scenes. How much of a percentage of him losing his job was based on that as opposed to just results based?
I would probably say 60 to 70% was more that he's a bit of an a-hole.
Oh, you'd go up to 70% on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I did.
But I think that's even a little bit high, but
I'll even go back to what I was saying before. Maybe some of that, maybe he was even more of an a-hole because he wanted out, because he wanted to get fired, because he wants to ride off with $54 million. I don't think that's so out of the question. I really don't.
I find it more strange when the opposite is the case. When a coach like James Franklin gets $50 million and goes, "Where's my next job?" It's like, dude, go lay down. What are you doing? By the way, 169 million is the number of. That's how much money has been spent on buyouts this year in college football. We could solve world hunger with that. Right. Up next, Samson Chubbs round 1. See our winners and our losers from the weekend. Who are they? We'll get to that next.
Man, I got to have it. It's a one of a kind. Now I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold to Bianchi on the radio show. 96.9 on the dial, I know. Him and BK won't tell you no lies. Man, I just love those Orlando guys. Sold. Get on the radio.
Right now, it's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. That's deposit. Enter it now at 969thegame.com.
96.9 on the radio. Hey, it's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. You know, I've lived in Florida my whole life. Never moved out of this great state. I love Florida living because it means hauling your boat, tackling the back roads, hitting the beach with all that gear in your pickup truck. Love it. That's why you need a new truck, a 2026 Silverado 1500 from Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont. It is truck month, by the way. You get 2.9% APR for 72 months on a new Silverado with over 60 in stock. There's a perfect fit for every driver, whether you're towing, working, or just showing off that new chrome. And as they celebrate 50 years in the business, you can trust Don Mealy Chevrolet, the truck experts who've been keeping Florida rolling since 1975. Stop by Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont today. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Eustis Roofing has been the #1 trusted roofing service in Central Florida for generations now. Honesty, quality, pricing, reliability. That's how they've been able to serve the Central Florida community as effectively as they've been able to for the last 60 years, my house included. It might be Halloween, but Santa's sleigh waits for no one. Make sure that your roof is ready for the reindeer to land with $1,500 off from Eustis Roofing. You can't beat a deal like that. The sale ends on October 31st before the ghosts vanish and the elves arrive. So go and check them out. Quick repair, storm damage, full replacement, whatever you need, Eustis Roofing has you covered. With a 4.9 Google rating and over 1,000 satisfied customer reviews, you simply will not find a roofing company more suitable for your home. Mention my name, Brandon Kravitz, when you call and head to eustisroofing.com to schedule your free estimate today. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Visit eustisroofing.com.
Traffic's getting by a lot better now on 408 East Bend at Good Homes Road. We just got emergency crews off to the shoulder now. There's a crash on 46 at Reinhardt Road. An accident getting cleared up, blocking the ramp from the Greenway southbound of Florida's Turnpike. Afternoon traffic starting to pile up in some familiar areas on the major roadways, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Welcome to Embers Only on iHeartRadio Orlando, brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Step inside the luxury cigar lifestyle with our Cigar of the Week, and another wonderful opportunity for you to get a great Christmas gift for someone special on your list. This is perfect for that. It's the La Aurora Preferido Treasure Box, and what you get is a sampler box featuring some of their best prized Preferido cigars in a variety of 6 different blends and wrappers. Check it out. You get a sun-grown wrapper, a Corojo wrapper, a Maduro wrapper, a Connecticut wrapper, a Cameroon wrapper, wrapper and a broadleaf wrapper. All delicious, all very unique, and with one price, only $131.95. That's 20% off. You can't lose. Box it up, put it under the tree, and everybody's going to be happy. It's the La Aurora Preferido Treasure Box, and it is your cigar of the week. Thanks so much for joining us for Embers Only. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Downtown, Heathrow, Sand Lake, Sarasota, Tampa, and always online at coronacigar.com.
The weather's getting nicer and it's time to head out to Victoria Hills. Challenge yourself on a Ron Gall design that's unique to Florida's landscape. And now you can get a $70 gift certificate for just $35 at centralfloridasaves.com. That's good for you and a friend at most tee times at Victoria Hills Golf Course in D-Land. To get this $70 gift certificate for $35 and all the deal details, head on over to centralfloridasaves.com. That's centralfloridasaves.com.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
Out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report scams, and update your software. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Start your protection today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team, doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
I'm Richard Parks III. I'm Wes Avila, and we are on a quest to make the best baseball podcast of all time. Dodger Blue Dream.
Imagine a world where the boys in blue go back-to-back in 2025.
That's the dream. Rings, baby. Listen to Dodger Blue Dream on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Dodger Blue Dream and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You owe me an apology for Florida State. I think you owe me an apology. Okay. You're so negative, and I'm just being a realist. I'm not sure that one win makes them that good.
You're right. You were right. I owe you an apology. I'm sorry. You were absolutely right. I meant to lose to a double-digit underdog in Pitt, to lose to a double-digit underdog in Virginia, to lose – what was the other team they lost to?
Miami.
That's understandable. But, hell, James Franklin just got fired for losing the double-digit underdog. Right?
I wrote that down. 447, I'm making that a promo.
I was wrong about Florida State, okay? I understand. Doctors bury their mistakes. Sports talk radio hosts utter theirs.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeart Radio app. Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeart Radio app. No filters, no favorites. Just facts. Let's find out who showed up and who showed out. It's time for Champ or Chump.
Separating the winners from the losers, our Keystone nominations for champs and chumps will empty the tank in the 5 o'clock hour, and you can tell us who you think are the champs and the chumps from the weekend for your shot. You know what, Mike? Because I'm feeling nice.
What?
I'm going to give out a pair of tickets to Caribe Royale Boxing, just coming up in a couple of weeks. Text in 50857, your champ and your chump, if you want to be considered for those tickets. Bianchi, by the way, went 3-3 this week in our Yingling 6-pack. He's now 29-25 on the season. I went 2-4 again. It's just you could basically just write that in permanent marker that's my record every week. 23-31 on the season. My locks did go 3-2 this week, so at least something went well. But Mike is running away with it. My champ, though, is going to go to Tua. I got to be fair here. I've been very hard on Tua since the season started, but he deserves some credit for the way that he played on Sunday and what he played through. Tua with a swollen eye and all, thanks to an illness that he woke up with. His best game of the season, 20 of 26, 200 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, clean in the turnovers. He played great, and it looked good, too. The way that he was bouncing around in the pocket, making accurate throws down the field. My champ is Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, he was good. No question about it. My champ, who do I want to be my champ? You know what? I'm going to go back to my Dodgers. Yoshi Yamamoto. That guy is like old school, man. He is old school. Game 2, all right? Throws a 4-hitter, second consecutive complete game. Dodgers obviously win the game 5-1. This is Saturday night. Game 3, by the way, is tonight. First complete game in a World Series since 2015. It was coming off the 3-hitter in the NLCS against the Brewers. That was also a complete game. That doesn't happen anymore, Kravitz. With all the specialization in Major League Baseball, especially in pitching, it just doesn't happen that guys pitch complete games anymore. And this guy's done it twice in a row. It's incredible. Do you think the Yankees regret? I think the Yankees and the Dodgers were bidding for Yoshi. All right. The Yankees bid $300 million. The Dodgers said, "Oh, we'll go $335." You think the Yankees regret not going, "Oh, we'll go $350"?
I mean, at some point there has to be a breaking point for pitching because of the frequency of injury. I don't know what that breaking point is because I guess what's the difference between 330 and 300? But let's be honest. Yoshi Yamamoto wanted to play with Shohei Ohtani too. That was quite the draw for him and not having to go all the way to the East Coast, being able to stay out west. I think that all of those things are factors, but credit to the Blue Jays though. They blasted the Dodgers in that first game. They got one. We'll see if they're able to get another, but they looked really good out of the gate.
Yoshi, no pitcher has thrown consecutive complete games in the postseason since Curt Schilling in 2001.
Bloody sock and all.
Yeah.
Well, 2001, that would have been with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. So unbelievable what this guy's doing. So
I'm going to give my chump to Woody Johnson, the owner of the New York Jets. He craps on his quarterback earlier in the week. And then Justin Fields comes out. First win of the season for the New York Jets in a comeback effort. Fields, not great by any stretch. But look in the mirror, dude. You're the problem. Okay? Your organization stinks. It's not Justin Fields' fault. And then listen to Justin Fields after the game explaining what his week was like.
It's been a lot for me, emotionally, spiritually. When I was on the field, I was damn near about to start crying. Not because we won, but just because of the goodness of God. And I'm going to get pretty vulnerable right here. But this week I kind of, I found myself in my closet crying on the ground, laying down. Not because of the hardships, not because of the troubles. I felt like, I was built to handle that and I was put in place to handle this situation. But I just had gotten a text from my sister and my stepmom, and it was just an encouraging text. It was just a sign from God for me to keep going and that, I'm in the right place. Yesterday, I was just praying over and over and over again, like, just one win.
fans should make you feel like that. I mean, they shouldn't, but they do. And we kind of accept that. Not the owner of the team you play for.
When was the last time you were ever crying in your class?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Never.
Pretty sure.
Never.
Pretty sure I lived with my parents and I was scared that there was monsters in my room around that age. But who am I to judge?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for Justin.
That's a
Fields.
pretty poignant clip, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crying in your closet. Well, I bet it. But here's the thing, though. He's a millionaire. His closet is like a one bed. It's like that's
right. His closet.
That's like a 1-bedroom
His
suite.
closet's as big as my condo.
Yes.
No question. My chump has to go to the Orlando Magic. It's just unbelievable to me that the Magic are 1-2 right now. That's not unbelievable. What's unbelievable to me is we all went gaga after they beat the Heat in the opening game. And in hindsight, they could have easily lost that game too. So they could be 0-3 right now. All 3 games, by the way, have been at home. These have been 3 home games, and they're not losing to good teams. The Hawks
are pretty good.
Okay. The Hawks, the Bulls
are undefeated.
And the Heat. All right. And I realize they didn't lose the Heat game, but is it back to life, back to reality with the way they're shooting the 3-point shot? I mean, good God.
The Magic rank dead last in the NBA right now with 3-point shooting, 28%.
They shot 12.5% against the Bulls.
Here's the good news, though.
What?
OKC ranks second to last, and they're still pretty good. So it's not a complete death knell.
Okay.
They're only at 29%.
By the way, your keys to the Magic weekend brought to you by Don Bailey Chevrolet. Okay. There you go.
Here's a key. Make your 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And life will be a lot easier.
Desmond Bain. What's going on with him?
I don't know. I said before the season that if this is the way that it looks all year, we have to start looking at the color scheme, the logos, the sight lines in the arena. Like we're sort of running out of ideas as far as why the 3-point shooting falls off when these, like KCP is a career 40% 3-point shooter, and then he shows up, he shoots 28%.
And I'm not gonna completely overreact to a snapshot of an NBA season. I always say that.
You're the one that taught me that.
Yeah, but what Tyus Jones? What's going on with
that?
him?
You can overreact to because his defense isn't good either, and he's not shooting well. I think Desmond Bain still fits really well, and he does other things. When he's not shooting, he can still help you in a basketball game if he's not shooting well. Tyus Jones, because he's not a good defender, if he's not playing well on offense, then I don't know what he's giving you. I thought Jace Richardson looked far better than him with the starters, so hopefully we see a little more of that. Here's the damning stat with the 3-point shot. The Magic have made just 5 of their last 39 attempts. This goes back basically second half against Atlanta, full game against Chicago. Cannot make a 3 to save their lives. That has to change tonight. Coming up next, we're going to hear from the movers and shakers out there, see what they have to say for themselves this weekend. We'll hear it straight from the horses' mouths next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You want to know one of the things I love about the Nickley Group? They give home sellers options, and we all love options. They have 2 main options at the Nickley Group, right? One is their guaranteed cash offer. No showings, no hassle. You can close in as little as 2 weeks. Number 2 is you can list on the market with their team of experts and sell for maximum value. Either way, you're working with the #1 real estate team in Central Florida, selling homes every 9 hours. That's how often the Nickley Group sells a home, every 9 hours. With historically high equity, this could be your best holiday season yet. For a guaranteed offer on your home, visit thenickley.com. That's thenickley.com. milsair.com. If you want to sell quickly, just call Nickley.
The temps are rising, pressure's on, and your AC is on the ropes. Have no fear. Mills Air is there, stepping out of the batter's box into your home for that quick repair. The bottom line is I don't skimp on quality. I don't skimp on professionalism. And that's why Mills Air is my go-to AC service provider. They don't cut corners. They don't play games. They just deliver. Call Leon and the crew, schedule your appointment, and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
With football season in full swing, the World Series, and basketball season tipping off, there's no better place to get in on the action than Bet Online, your number one source for all things sports. Bet Online gives you more ways to play, with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to Bet Online today, because at Bet Online, the game starts here.
Millions of fans agree. This Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting the Ghosts of Christmas Eve. The best of TSO and more. Saturday, December 13th. 2 shows. Kia Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss this season's most exciting concert experience. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Live in concert.
Don't get haunted by roof leaks this hurricane season. Eustace Roofing's spectacular savings event gives you $1,500 off your roof replacement. Florida weather won't wait. Why should you? Schedule now at EustaceRoofing.com. Terms and conditions apply.
The weather is getting nicer, and it's time to head out to Victoria Hills. Challenge yourself on a Ron Gall design that's unique to Florida's landscape. And now you can get a $70 gift certificate for just $35 at CentralFloridaSaves.com. That's good for you and a friend at most tee times at Victoria Hills Golf Course in D-Land. To get this $70 gift certificate for $35 and all the deal details, head on over to CentralFloridaSaves.com. That's CentralFloridaSaves.com.
Straight Talk knows the best holiday gift is simply saying yes.
Yes, you can stay up late. Sure, more cookies. Of course we can watch that movie again.
That's why we give you real unlimited data, so you can say yes to all of your family's streaming, scrolling, and sharing. And now at Straight Talk, get another gift worth giving, a free 5G phone with select plans. Because yes is the best gift to give and receive. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Upgrade your laundry routine with a durable and reliable Maytag laundry pair at Lowe's. Like the new Maytag washer and dryer with performance-enhanced stain-fighting power. Designed to cut through serious dirt and grime. And what's great is this laundry pair is in stock and ready for delivery when you need it the most. Don't miss out. Shop Maytag in-store or online today at Lowe's.
The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location. while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
It'll be week 8 of the NFL season, wrapping up tonight when the Kansas City Chiefs host the Washington Commanders for Monday Night Football. Over to Hoops, where the Magic are back in action tonight. They visit Philadelphia. Orlando looking to bounce back from that beatdown by Chicago over the weekend. And UCF will be back in action from their bye week this week. Knights will visit Baylor on Saturday, looking to build on their rout to West Virginia. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
You wouldn't drive a car under the influence, so why would you operate a boat? The FWC wants to remind you that operating a boat while impaired is just as deadly as driving a car and carries the same penalties. Be as safe at sea as you are on land. Visit myfwc.com for more info.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810 or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeartRadio app. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up brought to you by Adventure Boat Share. Unlimited hassle-free boating. You don't even have to own a boat. You pay one monthly fee, and that boat is waiting for you at the docks whenever you want a boat. Drop it off when you get back. They clean it up. Everything's hunky-dory. Check them out at adventureboatshare.com. Did I just say hunky-dory?
When you were sort of when
Bet
you
it or forget it. Preview. Is hunky dory an outdated phrase?
I can't remember the last time hunky dory wasn't an outdated phrase, so I will bet that for sure.
There it is. Editorializing by the prodigy of production as well.
I will say that when you were sort of making your way through that read just now, I said in my head, he's about to say hunky dory. And you came through on that. I have no way of proving to you that I nailed that prediction, but I would have locked it up if I could.
Speaking of Dory, do you remember Dory Funk Jr.?
I remember Terry Funk.
Terry Funk. Dory Funk Jr. was his older brother. That
was before my time.
His submission hold was the spinning toe hold.
Can't escape that.
You could not. All right, let's start mic'd up with Marcus Freeman. It's being reported, by the way, by The Athletic that Marcus Freeman has reportedly turned down interest from Florida and Penn State in their coaching jobs. I don't even know what that means, to turn down interest, but The Athletic, I guess, they were looking for some clicks, so they said, hey, turn down interest.
His agent got a phone call from Florida and said, is Marcus Freeman interested? And the agent said no, and that was it.
Okay.
That's probably how that went.
Okay.
Would you like to be considered for this job? No.
Well, here's Marcus Freeman talking about Brian Kelly getting fired. I wonder if he'll turn down interest in LSU as well.
Coach Kelly gave me an opportunity to come here, and, I'm always rooting for him. But it's also the profession we've chosen. We've chosen this profession, and we know that can be a result of choosing this profession. But you asked about the state, like the state of college football. It is what it is. Like it or not like it, it is what it is.
Well, you know what? I like it. I like it. We chose this profession. We chose that if we get fired, we get $55 million on the way out the door. I choose that too. I want my profession to be like that.
May we all be so lucky. Not a bad life. Not a bad gig if you can get it.
Right. Here's Paul Feinbaum talking about why Brian Kelly was fired.
Absolutely. Greeny, not only did they lose on the field, he lost in the locker room. I don't think he had anybody believing him anymore. And he certainly didn't have anybody in the stands believing him because they were all gone by the end of the game. But the most important person that didn't believe in him, interestingly, wasn't his boss, but it was the governor of the state of Louisiana, who managed to get in the middle of this because they have an interim president. They had a meeting yesterday. He decided, the group of them decided Kelly had to go. $54 million is a lot of money. Interestingly, Greeny, Scott Woodward, who hired Kelly and allowed him to have that $54 million buyout, also hired Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M, who got a $76 million buyout.
Unbelievable. Scott Woodward, the AD, has cost his schools, all right, 100, but if my math is right, about 75, about $130 million in wasted money, and this guy's living high on the hog. Is that another outdated phrase? I don't know.
I've never even heard that one.
But good Lord, how is he the AD?
I don't know. I don't know how you keep jobs like that. When you isn't your role essentially to make the athletic program money, and you cost them? You're ending up in the negative when you make decisions like this. I don't know.
Could you imagine, like at our job at iHeartMedia, if we were to cost this company like $5,000, we'd get fired. All right, or $10,000, we get.
Oh yeah.
But 120, 130.
Are you kidding me? If Jaden were to spill a water on that board, we'd never see him again.
Right.
That's it. It would be over.
Right.
I just don't understand why you've been at the forefront of this, so I'm just going to parrot some of the things that you've said. Why is it that unless you have somebody that has proven undeniable success in the coaching profession, we're talking championships at the highest level, why you would ever give somebody 10 years in a sport where you get 2 to 3? Why? It makes no sense. Now, if you're Kirby Smart, if you're Nick Saban, if you're Urban Meyer, if you've cranked out titles, okay, 10 years. Here you go. Why in the world you would sign someone to a contract that if it doesn't go well, you'll never see anywhere close. You won't even see 50% of it, let alone 100% of it. It doesn't make any sense. You might as well shop in the bargain bin until someone proves themselves. Right. That way, if it doesn't work, you can fire them and move on, and it doesn't cost anybody anything.
Even when you shop in the bargain bin like Florida did with Billy Napier, guess what? They still paid him top dollar to come. I don't know why they do that. It's ego. It's ego.
It's definitely ego, but also his buyout was significantly less than some of these other guys.
Well, he just coached. Yeah. Well, yeah. He didn't get like 9 years. He only got a 7-year initial contract. So that's why. All right. Here's Lane Kiffin on the Pat McAfee show saying, it's not about the money.
Before I go to that, what Pat said there, just so you know, because you haven't known me very long, Pat, I have never made a decision based off of money, nor will I. And
love that.
For a lot of people, they're just like, well, money and it does this and does that. I've seen too many examples in life where money does not buy happiness. So I am never going to make
Start
a decision
this over
money.
just so we can hear Pat McAfee.
Before I go to that, what Pat said there, just so you know, because you haven't known me very long, Pat, I have never made a decision based off of money, nor will I. And
love that.
Oh, God.
Love it.
Love that, Lane. That's horrendous.
This is why Pat McAfee gets all these great guests, though. He's a big name. His show is big, and he won't push anyone. He will gas you up no matter what you say. And the Rodgers and the LeBrons and the Kiffins, they love that stuff.
Yeah. All right, it's hard to switch gears here, but Rex Ryan, man. Listen to this clip from Rex Ryan talking about his former player, the All-Pro center for the Jets, Nick Mangold, who passed away over the weekend at the young age of 41.
It's brutal. It's such a great young man. I had the pleasure of coaching him for all 6 years with the Jets, and I remember it was obvious I was getting fired. My last game, Mangold's injured. And he comes to me and says, I'm playing this game. And he wanted to play for me. That's what I remember about this kid. He was awesome and just way too young. I feel so bad for his wife and family.
Man. Nick Mangold. Man, he was a great player at Ohio State. Went on to the Jets. He's one of the Jets' greatest players of all time. All pro center. I think he was Pro Bowl 7 or 8 times. Beloved.
And he was a personality on the offensive line. I'm a little surprised we don't see more of that because these guys are they're a lot more charismatic than we realize because we don't know a lot of their names. But he was one that really stood out. If you know any offensive, if you can name 5 offensive linemen from NFL history, recent NFL history, he's probably one of them. Tragic. And we think about these guys when they retire from the NFL like they're old. They're not. Nick Mangold's a year older than me.
41 years old. I guess he had some sort of kidney disease. He was looking for a donor. You would think somebody of his ilk could find a kidney donor, right?
Oh.
So
put organ donor on your license, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Best advice I can give.
Rest in peace, Nick Mangold. And that is mic'd up.
You're right. No easy transition there. We will be taking your texts, your talkbacks. 50857 is how you can reach us on the Mills Air text line. Your thoughts on all of the things we've discussed to this point in the show. Still much to get to in the 5 o'clock hour as well. Don't move a muscle.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Hard Rock Bet's got it going on today. It's Sports Equinox Day, and the NBA, of course, part of that action. The Hard Rock Bet app has the entire season for you in the palm of your hand, from tip-off to buzzer beaters and everything in between. Check into the game and shoot your shot on Hard Rock Bet today. As I mentioned, it is Sports Equinox Day, so we've got a little bit of everything. NHL, NBA, the World Series, Monday Night Football, and, of course, our Orlando Magic as well. 6-point favorites against a Joel Embiid-less Philadelphia 76ers. They've got odds boost, live in-game bets. It's the easiest app that you'll find. Head to Hard Rock Bet and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Orlando, are you ready to rock it?